Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking blood pressure watch. I have to mention that this is a smartwatch. It's called BP Doctor Fit and the model number is S7. It's done by a company called YHE, just going to be for your blood pressure. And it's very small. You can use it anywhere you want. It has an app that comes with it. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'll have to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of the box. So it comes with this measuring part, so you know exactly where you have to tie the band around your wrist. So I will be showing you exactly what you have to do. Now I already have another watch which I'm gonna take out, and you can see that I already have a tag for my watch because I always wear it. So according to the list over here, as you can see, the first one, it does have a little rip. So this way this paper will go inside of it, and that way you know exactly how far it is. But if you look on step number 2, it says to put 2 fingers on your wrist from right here, so you can see it from right here, and then you put 2 fingers in and exactly where the strap goes. And you can see the other watch is exactly where that is. So because I always test these, so in this case you do have to use your table in order to process it. Unless you have another person, then it will be very easy to process. But once you get over here and you put it inside of the little hole, then you know exactly what number you really require to set it up as. So mine always goes between 10 to 11, as you can see. It also comes with a really nice user manual. It does have the name, and then the model number is written right underneath of it, which is really cool. But then when you open it, it has table of content on exactly what is covered. Again, it is a lot of pages that you can go through, and I'm sure that you're going to really like on what you're going to learn from this. And these are some of the steps we already covered, but it will tell you what's involved in this, and hopefully we will get into it very shortly. And it tells you more, everything inside of this user manual. More information is available right in the bottom, so you know exactly where to contact if you need help. The next thing with this is going to be the charger, so USB type A, going into the actual docking station where the watch really sits on top. We will show you how that is possible. And then comes the actual watch. There are a lot of differences which we're going to cover in this same video. Number 1 is the actual band. It looks slick, it looks really thick and very chubby, which is really good again. And then once you take it out, this is the watch, how it really looks. I really like that how everything has been set up with this. Now the buttons are on this side. We will capture that in a couple of seconds, but let's go around it and see what is involved through this. It really looks like an Apple Watch, but it is not. It's Android going on the sides of it. The buttons are really nicely done. So there's a red one, and then you also have the bottom part of it. But when you go around it, there's nothing here. When you go around it, nothing. It's just really nicely designed and cut. And when you go in the front, you can see the bezels. Now it doesn't have that much inside of it. When we turn it on, we can see, but going into the back part of it, there is a little part that have a little screw, which is very tiny, and then your sensors are right over here, which is really cool. Now if you look on this side, it's a really thick band. We will capture that in a couple of seconds why. And then on this side is the one that the valve sits. So this is where it's going to expand when you are going to check your blood pressure, and it will tie down on your wrist in order to get your blood pressure properly on the screen itself. And also you're going to get it on your app, which we will show how that is possible. But here's a little comparison. So this band is thicker. Yes, it looks the same, but on this side as the valve goes inside, as you can see right over here. And that is how it has been set up. So that way it gets inflated and that goes inside of here. So if you ever puncture it or anything, you can order another one directly from their website. I do not know the price or how that is going to be done or who's going to install this. I am sure it's going to be yourself. Just make sure you don't have mistakes because it will be very costly. And you can see that the band is very thick. So yes, the band is very thick. and this is how it has been set up. So this way you can see that yes, it's not the regular band that you can get for your watches, but it looks really slick. So let's go through and turn it on, number one. And if it requires assistance with charging, which the charging port is right over here, these two, we will show you how that is possible. But let's just press the button to turn on for a very first time, and it buzzes a little bit and then it starts turning on. So this is how it looks, and then you can set it up to be English, or it's going to be on another language, and then you will be able to set it up. So you can see everything is there, and here's the app itself that you need to download on your phone. So there is the barcode and all of the information is in it. So now let's scan. So grab your phone in front of the camera itself, in front of your watch, and you will get a little screen. So you need to select it, and this way we'll go to this website, and now it has two different languages. If you select the English version, it should automatically take you to Google Play Store, and it tells you to install it. And then it will take you in, so it is free, and it will start installing it for you. So now that you get it, you have to click on open. You will get some agreements. You have to say agree, and it will just go to the screen. You can go to profile, and this way you can set up your profile, or you can make a profile, except that when you go into your devices, it should already see to add device, and it says to login. So we will click on login. Now if you do have a login, perfect, except that you can make a new one. So now I already have one which is from before, and we're gonna add a new one, which is this one. It automatically goes to find a new one. So we will select, it's called Fit, and we will click confirm, and now it's just pairing. So we will give it a couple of seconds for both of them to talk, and you will get a little pop-up, and there you go, and complete. So this is how easy it is to process into getting the new one. And that's not the only thing. There you go, you can see that there was an update that just came through, so it's just going through to transfer. It's already been downloaded, so now it's just transferring it to the actual watch in order to get the new update. Now here's a really cool fact that I really liked, is that you have these little numbers which were on that paper, and it will tell you what number you really select in order to set it up. As you can see, mine was about 10 to 11, so this is where it's gonna go when you flip it. It should be right around here, so mine should be around here when I put it on my hand, which I'm just gonna process right now. So it's not gonna be very tight, just gonna be a little bit. So you want to put your finger at the back of it. You should see that two fingers fitting really nice and easily, because it is just going to be very tight once you turn it on and you want to go into the actual app. I have it upside down, so it goes this way, and then when you put your, you have to make sure that it's not really tight, but it's around here, and now you will be able to see your numbers. So I am about 10 or 9, so I'm just going to put it on number 9. Now on the paper it showed that it should be 11, but on this it's a little bit different. So again, maybe I was not really looking at it properly, and that's what it caused it to see it that way. And this is how you will be able to see all the apps anyways. So this way you can play with it. I really like that. But once you go to it, you can go to your blood pressure, and we can click on it, and we can start it. So now it will tell you what has to happen, and now you will see around my hand that this thing will be getting bigger and thicker, and now it's squeezing my hand slowly, and you do see it that it's getting expanded. And if you look on the top, it is reading it properly. But yes, it is just going crazy, and you can see that there was something wrong. Maybe I was moving my hand. So when you are processing, see that I am moving my hand, getting tighter. On these sides you can see that it is getting tighter, squeezing my hand very much. Just moving my hand a little bit back. There you go. So now you can see that it is 128/79, and my heart rate is 86. Again, this is one test, so we will keep this for a day, and we will update you exactly how much we're going to get for tomorrow. But this is how it really shows up, and everything is going to be in front of the screen too. If I go back, and it shows it on the main screen too. I really like that. So here is some scary moments. When I say scary, means that it has a lot of information built in to the app itself. So you can see the watch. There is a little part that will tell you about the percentage, which we already charged our watch. Then you do have the little refresh. You can click on it and it will automatically grab everything from the watch itself. I just took it off. And when you go through it, you do have the blood pressure, which is right over here. You can click on it. And then it will tell you how many times you tested and what is the elevation. Everything is actually written in this. It's crazy on how much information it will really give you. This is the part, if you do it again, it will tell you how much you are on the spot, or if your lower blood pressure or higher, shows you right over here. You can also go to weekly, monthly, or even yearly. You can check to see how many times you have processed this, and this way you get everything. Now on top of that, you also have the oxygen levels. Everything is written over here. Now one thing I have to mention is this not only going to give you your hourly heart rate, or this rate over here is the heart rate. It tells you exactly how much it changes for you when you go through it. Now that's not only thing, this is the lowest, this is the highest that I ever got. And then you also going into more data. Now this is not, I haven't played with it yet, but going down, this is your sleep pattern. How many times you had deep sleep and how many times you had light sleep. This is really cool. If you want to, if you have sleep apnea, this is really going to help you out to know exactly how many times you woke up or you were in a light sleep when you were turning around and everything. Now the calorie part is, since I only wear it for a couple of hours, or should I say about a day, not full day, you can see most of the information. Now over here is you walking. Now since I wore this yesterday and then I went to bed, I woke up this morning and I'm just going around the house, you can see my steps. It's still counting, by the way. So that's why you see it this way. Now when you're going into workout, I haven't done that. When you're going into your weight, I don't know how accurate this is, but this is crazy that it will know your actual weight. I am around that much. I have to lose a lot now. Now going over here is the progress. It has a lot of information over here. You can see that how much you have working. And on top of that, here's more information. This is crazy on how you will be able to check to see how much you are doing today, weekly, monthly, and even yearly. Everything is inside of this app. So this is really cool thing to have. You have full access and you know exactly how you will be able to process with this, and everything is going to be in this. Now if you have it in your hand and you're walking around with it, yes, that part will expand, and if you press it, it will do your blood pressure. It's really cool. Now when I tested it with someone in the house, they really got scared because of it was just squeezing the hand, and I believe they never done it before. But this is a really cool thing to have. If you have elder and you want to know exactly how they are doing, you can just give it to them. You can install this on your phone and you have a full control over it. You can just show them on the phone how they will be able to process it to get their heartbeat and also the blood pressure and more. It's all going to be here, but you have a full access on your phone, so that way when you go to the doctor, you can show it on what's happening to you or to your elder. Doesn't matter if mom, dad, uncle. This really going to give you everything that you need to know, so you can control, and that way you know exactly what's happening. I do not want to forget and talk about the actual watch itself. Now you can change the watch face right on it. So you can click on it for a couple of seconds and it will just move, and then you can change it to any of the other ones you wish. Now remember that the one that I selected has most of my information in it, so this way I do not have to go to settings or this or that to find it. If I just want to look at it directly here, that's not only thing. When you flip, you will be able to process your BP right on this, and then you can go to your track, so this way when you walk and everything will show up there. Also you can do your heart rate right from the actual watch itself, and also if it's connected via Bluetooth or not. Right now it's not connected, and more information will be here, so you can just flip through and play with more. So even your sleep and all going to be in this page itself, which is really cool. Now you can do the same thing, just going on the other side, and it will just keep flipping the same way that you did from here. So that means there's a big circle around, so in order to process it. If you go from the bottom up, all of your messages, whatever you set up for your notifications, will show up on this. You can click on it, it goes to your phone, and then you can play with it. Now if you go from the top down, you will get your settings. So there's a lot of settings over here as you can check. The number one thing that I really like is it shows your percentage. Also, you all have the date right at the bottom of it. And also, if you want to turn this on, so when you flip your hand right, the watch will turn on so you can see what time it is. Or you can just click on this button and it will turn on by itself. You can also put your brightness to the maximum, which is really cool. But remember that to save a lot of battery, if you bring it down a little bit, would really help you out. Now that's very dim. I do not want it that much, but it's about, let's say, half or about 40%. Which really makes sense to have, and this way you will last a lot longer. That's not the only thing. When you go here, you also have the lock, and this way you have everything locked up, as you can see right now. And to unlock it, for 3 seconds you gotta hold it, and then it will get unlocked. Beautiful. Now going down, you also have your barcode, just in case if you want to set this up for another phone. Easily you can just sync it this way, and that will really help. Now if you want to go to another part, which will be your settings, and this part will give you most information that you always look for inside of it. So easily you can set this up, and again, it's very cooperative when you are pressing the buttons. This is also going to turn on the night mode if you like, or not. You just have to turn it off, and that's how easy it is to process with this watch. So inside of the app you have a bunch of options. First it will show you the actual watch itself. It says that if it's connected, how much battery you got left, and on top of that you have a bunch of face plates that you can go through and you can select. So this way you have a newer one if you ever need it. I have to mention that this watch is really positioned for you to play with it for your blood pressure, and it's not really made for entertainment purposes, so that we can get to have different type of watch faces. This was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.